Field, where last night a sellout crowd paid tribute and honored the 19 men who lost their lives heroically and courageously battling the Yarnell Hill fire. I'm joined by Bob Brandon, who is a chief, actually a captain in the Peoples Valley Fire Department, getting a break from battling those fires up there. Your son was kind enough to buy you some tickets to come to this game. What has the last week of your life been like?
It has probably been one of the hardest weeks I've ever spent. But I just want to say the Peoples Valley Fire Department hearts are broken for the loss of the lives of the firemen, and we're praying for their families and their recovery. But it was very tense for the last 4 days.
And you were up there in that Glen Isle area where the Granite Mountain hotshots were, the Blue Ridge hotshots were, and your department was there as well. What was that scene like?
That's correct. It was like being in a firestorm, if you could imagine it, and then it went from daylight to dark in a matter of minutes, and we had to just literally find our way out. We ran for our lives.
You were kind enough to share some photographs. So you were on a tanker truck that puts out a lot of water, and the strategy obviously was to create a backfire to help it get around that area, but it simply was not possible.
That's right. Our efforts failed, and it overran us. They estimated that the fire was going at 15 miles an hour, eating up a mile every 15 minutes. I'm sorry, a mile every 15 minutes. And we were just caught in it. We couldn't get out other than just run.
In your group of guys from Peoples Valley, all volunteers, a group of 15 men that dedicate their life to this type of thing, how have they been affected? I know they got a little bit of a respite from the battle the last couple of days.
Somber, very somber. Their lives will be changed forever, I believe. Right now, we still have 2 of them out on the line, and they're working 16-hour days. So we need to hold them up in prayers too, so they don't get hurt. Sometimes, in the end of a fire, it's just as much as the beginning.
You know, you mentioned that you've got a young man on your squad that knew most of those 19 men who perished in that blaze. Went to fire school with a lot of those guys, and he was very much profoundly affected by it.
That's true. There was a young man on my crew called Matt Keener. He went to school with all of them. He knew them all personally. He knew some of the ranchers' sons that died. They were friends, high school friends, and he is very much affected by it. So we're trying to work with him so that he doesn't, it won't affect him the rest of his life.
You're a big Diamondback fan, and I know that you were, I'm sure, very pleased to see what they did last night. They've raised close to $400,000, over $100,000 in the 50-50 raffle. They are really continuing to help out that community. That has to make you awfully proud.
That is amazing, the support that we're getting from literally all over the state, all over the world, to help out the victims of this fire. Yes, I am so thankful.
You're going to be part of the procession as the bodies are delivered back up to the Prescott area tomorrow. It's certainly going to be an emotional situation, I would imagine.
There'll be a lot of tears shed tomorrow. Yes, as they come by up Highway 89. Yes, Peoples Valley and Yarnell will be part of the procession.
Brandon, we can't thank you enough for what you do, and Godspeed, and certainly God bless the men we lost in that fire up there.
Thank you very much.
Guys, back to you. Some real heroes still battling that fire up there, and certainly a tragic loss.